Please pray with me. God of grace and mercy, we thank you for this time to gather together as an academic community to give thanks for the excellent work of students, professors, teachers, and administrators. We give you thanks for the accomplishments of dedicated and gifted Hanoverians, and we celebrate in this space our vocation to teach, to learn, and to prepare ourselves to live lives of meaning and service. We acknowledge that you are the giver of every good gift, and that we have greatly received your care and generosity our whole lives long. So let us always rejoice in what you have bestowed, praying in your holy name. Amen.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this 81st Honors Convocation of Hanover College, where we recognize the outstanding work of our students, as well as recognize the outstanding work of our faculty as teachers and scholars. This is a special day in the life of our community, and I want to welcome all the families who are here visiting today to celebrate with their students. Please now let me introduce Dr. Steve Jobe, our Vice President and Dean of Academic Affairs, to begin the presentation of awards.
Good afternoon. I welcome you as well as we gather on this beautiful afternoon to recognize a rich variety of individual accomplishments by Hanover students, but I refer to individual accomplishments with a bit of hesitation. While many of the awards that I'm going to announce today are based upon departmental selections, each student recognized today are shaped, formed, and benefited by multiple faculty members who have contributed to their success. Every math major has benefited and learned something from a theologian or a philosopher. Every math major has learned something from a theologian or a philosopher as well, or from an English or political science faculty member. Every sociology student has benefited somehow from an artist, an historian, a musician, or a dramatist. And to go beyond the classroom, alongside each student recognized today stands most likely a librarian, a registrar, a coach, a trainer, an an admission or financial aid, or a career counselor, a house or groundskeeper, a campus safety officer, someone who has supported and encouraged that student over the course of 4 years. And of course, no student has reached this point in life without the support of family members, guardians, relatives, friends, any of the variety of individuals who have made their college education possible. And finally, I should recognize that we have today a number of the friends of the college, benefactors, who have made possible many of the awards because they believe that achievements and aspirations must always be encouraged. And so begins the awards. Gamma Sigma Pi is Hanover's honor society for juniors and seniors. Membership is limited to the top 10% of the senior class and the top 7% of the junior class. The entire membership of the society is listed in your program, but new members from the classes of 2018 and 2017 will now be recognized and certificates of membership will follow. As your name is called, please stand, and I ask that everyone hold any applause until the entire group has been announced. From the class of 2018, Dahlia Altal, Karen Anise Granger, Taylor Browning, Michael Dumaine, Emily Ertel, Leah Faber, Wesley McKinney, and Brian Wigney. From the class of 2019, Holly Alter, Tori Boldery, Leah Bontrager, Wiley Brace, Bridget Buchanan, Abby Daly, Elizabeth Donaway, Hunter Guthrie, Jacob Hedrick, Emma Jones, Jacob Odulio, Ofaritzi Ogor, Lauren Payne, Jessica Rieskamp, Jacob Rugen, Samuel Stryker, and Aaron Trempy. Please join me in recognizing these students. The Frank S. Lutmer Award for the study of history through international experience is given to a student selected by the history department who will most benefit from the kind of international educational experience that Professor Lutmer regularly offered in his spring term course in Florence, Italy. This year's recipient is Megan Lanter. Megan, if you will come up to the front. Megan is an independent thinker who asks great questions and who is never afraid to challenge an author's claim or source. She also gives freely of her time as a member of the editorial board of the Hanover Historical Review. President Lambert has something for you. The Abra Jade Highland Creative Writing Award is endowed by family and friends in memory of a Hanover student who is passionate about creative writing. Her parents, who are in attendance today, hope this award will give other young writers the courage to believe in their own creativity and share their stories. This year's recipient is Emma Jones. Emma is a world traveler who picks up languages as readily as luggage, packs away experiences in her overhead bin, and carries it all home duty-free to unfold into exquisite prose clothes. The history department wrote that. If everyone will come up my right, your left side of the stage, it will expedite matters. The Robert R. and Clara J. Beach Award in Sociology recognizes outstanding work in the discipline. The 2018 award goes to Jennifer Gilley. After graduation, Jennifer will head north to Chicago to put her sociological skills to work as a community organizer with the Service Employees International Union, a program of the Faculty Forward movement. Don't be surprised to see her on the front lines of the advocacy for stable jobs and fair wages and benefits for all faculty and graduate teaching assistants, and for affordable, accessible, quality higher education for all students. The Robert E. Bowers History Award is given to the outstanding history student as determined by the department. This year, the Bowers Award goes to two students, Alex Kitchell and Natalie Williamson. During his time at Hanover, Alex, always a kind and respectful student, has matured into a scholar who passionately reflects long and hard upon complex research problems. Natalie is a questioner, typically beginning with a why or a series of whys, until her formulation of possible and plausible answers prompts new rounds of why. The results are densely layered insights and analyses that inform her historical questions. The Enos Prey Biology Award goes to the outstanding senior biology student. This year, the award goes to Jessica Schoenig. As student, advisee, leader, and peer, Jessica is a fixture in the biology department, making it seem like a well-oiled machine, from lab setup and takedown to advertising of jobs and upcoming Tri-Beta events. She displays a kind, good-hearted nature and all the traits of a fine biologist: the love of learning, the intelligence, the work ethic, the curiosity for academic challenge, and the skills with which to meet those challenges. The Distinguished Award in Biochemistry goes to Will Bridgman. In addition to his outstanding performance in the classroom, Will has been a 4-year starter for the men's soccer team, serving as captain for 3 years and earning academic all-conference honors for the past 3 years. He worked as a study group leader and tutor for the Gladish Learning Center. In the fall, he will be enrolling in medical school at Indiana University. The Distinguished Award in Philosophy goes to Karen Anise Granger. With her ferocious intellect, her elegant writing, and her deep curiosity for skulls and all things natural, Karen is sure to forge her own highly original path through life. The Dorothy S. Bucks Award in English, presented annually to the outstanding graduating senior in English, this year goes to Anna Marie Kemple. As a double major in English and theater, Anna Marie adds dramatic flair to her excellent work in her English courses. In an English class, she roundly chastised Moliere for his unsatisfactory lack of closure at the end of the misanthrope. And on the Hanover stage tonight, in the other place, and through the weekend, she will breathe life into one of the characters of Misanthrope. The John Livingston Lowe's Award in English is presented annually to the junior English major whose work shows the most promise for a career in advanced research. This year's award goes to Emma Jones. Emma aspires to enter the field of publishing, and she's also a very active contributor to the Triangle. Her no-nonsense attitude, combined with her passion for literature, yields at once snarky and sensitive, skeptical and sassy readings. Faculty members wonder if and when she actually sleeps, considering how constantly busy she remains with projects across a wide range of campus organizations. The geology department regularly produces its fair share of gems. And this year, the student receiving the Distinguished Award in Geology is Josh Ford. Josh is not with us today because he is in Knoxville, Tennessee, preparing to present his senior thesis project at the annual meeting of the Southern Section of the Geological Society of America. He has been accepted into the graduate program in geology at Kansas State University, where he will pursue research related to supporting astronauts on Mars. The Distinguished Award in Cultural Anthropology this year goes to two students, Gianna Bennett and Bryn Wigney. Both Gianna and Bryn have extensive experience studying in Spanish-speaking countries, conducting original participant observation fieldwork in Belize and Spain, respectively. Both will go on to graduate studies after Hanover, with Bryn planning to attend a language learning graduate program in Spain next year. The M. Anwar Hawk International Studies Award goes to Emmanuel Umorin. Emmanuel from Abuja, Nigeria, is talented in so many areas that it is hard to find anything he does not do well. He is a good singer, dancer, comedian, orator, leader, and a student, to name just a few of the talents with which he has enriched the college. His plans immediately after graduation is to work for several years in order to apply and develop skills beyond Hanover. Our next award is the Mary Louise Greiner Art Purchase Award. Mary Louise Greiner, a Madison resident, was an artist and friend and benefactor of the college. She established an endowed fund to support the annual purchase of the most outstanding artwork by a student based upon an all-college competition. This year's recipient of the Greiner Art Purchase Award is Carly Gancher. The award is given for the piece Letting Go. Through the combination of sculpture and photography, and with tea serving as a personal symbol of comfort, she writes, she represents the contradictory emotions in a time of transition, when one may long for the securities of the familiar while simultaneously needing to transcend the comfortable. Her work is on display in the Greiner Art Gallery and can be viewed today during the reception. The Distinguished Award in Art and Design this year goes to Carly Gancher. Carly from New Salisbury, Indiana, is not only an outstanding artist, but apparently prescient. She's also served as a member of the Art and Design Search Committee and as a valued studio art assistant for 2 years. She was selected as an Irish-American scholar and participated in an exchange program in Belfast, Northern Ireland. She has been accepted to an MA program in arts management at Queen's University in Belfast and will begin her graduate studies there this fall. The Distinguished Award in Art History goes to Asumi Oba. Asumi loves art, piano, and travel. Besides traveling back and forth between Tokyo and Hanover, she took a spring term off-campus course to Taipei as a junior and studied abroad in Belgium for a semester in her senior year. She plans to keep pursuing her passion in the arts by studying art history or museum studies in graduate school. The Distinguished Award in Music goes to Abigail Rink. The vocalist Abigail Rink is a music and chemistry double major, is a valued member of the choral ensembles, performing vocal solos at concerts during the choir tours to Tennessee, Georgia, and Florida. She presented a solo voice recital in every year of her study and is soloed at the annual performance of Handel's oratorio, Messiah. Upon graduation, Abby hopes to combine the art of distilling and the art of music and concentrate on perfecting the process of sonic aging of brandy while working for a company in Louisville. Believe me, that is a thing. The Betsy Milligan Johnson Class of 70 BSP Achievement Award is named after one of the college's most involved alumna and recognizes a student in the Business Scholars Program who embodies the same commitment to engagement. This year's award goes to Scarlett Hartledge. Scarlett is a senior business scholar majoring in communication, a member of the Phi Mu sorority where she has served as public relations chair and historian. She has as well been a member of the BSP Student Advisory Board and since 2017 has served as president of that board. She interned at Coit Global Investments last summer and after graduation will be an Orr Fellow. The Gerald R. Johnson Jr. Class of 69 BSP Academic Excellence Award marks the beginning of another tradition in the Business Scholars Program. The award is named after the former executive director of the program and a current Hanover trustee. This year's award for academic excellence goes to Joseph Rector. Joseph is a senior business scholar majoring in biology and geology and was a bioassessment intern at the Thomas More College Biology Field Station last summer. He is a two-time academic All-American in NCAA men's cross country, served on the Student Athlete Advisory Board for 2 years, and is a member of the Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. Joseph will work for a year after graduation before seeking a master's or doctoral degree to enable him to work with an environmental consulting or remediation firm or agency. The Business Analytics Achievement Award, also in the Business Scholars Program, recognizes an outstanding student who excels in making connections between quantitative methods and practical business solutions. The award goes to Joseph Korjanek. I believe that Mr. Korjanek is not with us today. He's an academic All-American member of the men's golf team, a senior business scholar majoring in mathematics, and has been on the dean's list every semester since arriving at Hanover. He's an active member of the Phi Gamma Delta fraternity. He was an accounting and operations intern last fall and an analyst intern the previous summer. He hopes for a career in logistics or finance. The Distinguished Award in Communication goes to Kara Hoskins. She is at once enthusiastic and self-reflective, one who asks the right questions and profits from all that Hanover has to offer. She will graduate having completed 2 culminating experience projects. For her advanced practicum, Kara produced a video for the Madison Visitors Bureau that has received 1,600 views on YouTube. In her senior thesis project, she compared intimacy communication across long distance and geographically close romantic relationships. Work that has been selected for presentation this summer at the conference of the International Association of Relationship Research. The Distinguished Award in Computer Science goes to Saqib Haq. For reasons you will understand shortly, Saqib will be, in the near future, a leprechaun. He is headed north to the University of Notre Dame to pursue a PhD in computer science, joining recent Hanover computer science grads Nate Creamer-Herman and Nate Blanchard. The Distinguished Award in Economics goes this year to two students, Michael Dumaine and Michaela Hamilton. Michael will complete his degree a year early and is currently interviewing and considering a master's degree at American University. Michaela is not with us today because she completed her degree a semester early. There seems to be a trend here. And is already working at the Federal Reserve Bank in St. Louis. In the department's collective memory, there have never been two seniors in the same class whose body of work is so deserving of the word excellent. The Hilda M. Cordry Awards are presented to the two senior majors in elementary education with the highest academic averages. The student with the second highest average is Madison Grimes. Madison has shown quiet strength throughout the program. She is patient, kind, and exemplifies a strong sense of best practice. She has accepted a teaching job already. The student with the highest average this year is Bailey Gary. Bailey has demonstrated strong teaching skills and was featured in our department showcase video. Bailey has a passion in urban education and would like to pursue the Memphis teacher residency. The Distinguished Award in Elementary Education goes to Allie Brooks. Allie has gone above and beyond in all aspects of her student teaching, taking on 2 weeks of the classroom by herself, and she has been assisting the department in the development and implementation of STEM lessons in the area classrooms. The Distinguished Award in Secondary Education goes to Zach Bosell. Zach found his calling while teaching in an urban placement, going above and beyond by helping underrepresented students apply to college. The Distinguished Award in Special Education goes to Natalie Williamson. Natalie persevered through a very challenging student teaching placement and has emerged from that experience as a fantastic teacher with her kind and caring nature fully intact. The Distinguished Award in Environmental Science goes to Lex Helms. Lex is an inquisitive scientist who has completed courses in biology, geology, chemistry, environmental science, physics, and computer science. She will graduate with a major in environmental science biology track, and a minor in mathematics. She is not just a scientist, but also a four-year member of the concert band, jazz band, and chamber ensemble. She will be attending Columbia University in the fall to begin a master's degree in ecology. The Distinguished Award in French goes to Doug Seals. Doug has successfully combined his passions for political science and French by exploring the global security community. He studied the United Nations and public policy during a semester at Leuven, and he has since researched the evolution of the French perspective on anti-ballistic missiles, a topic he first took up during an internship last summer at the Center for Political Military Analysis. He has been accepted in several master's programs and has chosen to attend American University's master's program in international service. Two students are recognized this year with the Distinguished Award in Kinesiology and Integrative Physiology: Griffin Green and Caroline Miller. Griffin will be attending Western Kentucky University's master's program in kinesiology, where he will be pursuing his combined interest in research and strength and conditioning. Tomorrow, he will be presenting his findings regarding foam rolling and athletic performance outcomes at the Butler Undergraduate Research Conference. Our second awardee, Caroline, will be pursuing the Doctorate of Physical Therapy degree at Bellarmine University beginning on May 28th. This is a lifelong ambition for Caroline, starting with her fascination about how the human body works when moving in intricate patterns, the kinds of patterns required for classical ballet, her passion since at an early age. Her goal is to work in a VA medical hospital and provide rehabilitation services to geriatric veterans. This year, the Distinguished Award in Political Science goes to Doug Seals. As noted earlier, Doug will be pursuing a graduate degree in security studies after Hanover. While at Hanover, he has served as president of the campus chapter of the College Democrats, completed an internship with the Hudson Institute Center for Political Military Analysis, and completed a second major in French. Next is the Distinguished Award in Spanish, and we have two recipients. For their extraordinary academic work on campus and abroad, the Spanish faculty recognizes senior majors Thomas Deering and Bryn Wigney. An avid soccer player, Thomas had the good sense to acknowledge to his Argentinian professor that Lionel Messi is the best player in the game. And with her independent study on reggaeton, Bryn Wigney succeeded in getting her 52-year-old advisor to listen to and even enjoy some songs in this musical genre. Bryn is currently applying to a graduate program in education in Alcalá de Henares, Spain, while Thomas plans to teach Spanish in Lexington, Kentucky. The Distinguished Award in Theater goes to Anna Marie Kemple. Anna Marie has an excellent record in her classes for the theater major, which culminated in her fall term 2017 senior thesis project. That project was the direction of the play Life Times 3 by Yasmina Reza. She managed the different design aspects admirably, and her direction to the cast members was spot on, supportive, and clear. The finished report she wrote after the show can serve as a model for future theses. The Distinguished Award in Theological Studies goes to Fallon Moncrief. Fallon is a serious and contemplative student with bold and adventurous theological ideas. In her senior thesis, she explores the metaphor of God as fire, illuminating, vulnerable, and seeking a mutuality between humans and the divine. The department has always admired Fallon's own fire for social justice and for challenging her peers to remember those who are marginalized and made invisible in our society. The John B. Goodrich Prize in Oratory has been given for over 50 years to recognize significant oral or written public communication. This year's recipient is Emmanuel Umorin. You have all heard Emmanuel speak at fall convocations and in important campus events. He always wows the crowd and is a leader in all settings and contexts, in the classroom, in small groups, and one-on-one. His energetic, positive attitude and voice serve as an inspirational model for effective and dynamic communication, oftentimes on behalf of social justice projects and goals. The Morse Mathematical Award is given to the student attaining the highest scholastic standing in mathematics. This year's award goes to Michaela Hamilton. Who still remains at the Federal Reserve Bank in St. Louis. In addition to completing majors in both mathematics and economics with distinction, Michaela also managed to graduate a semester early. She is currently working with the Federal Reserve Bank, and at least one mathematics department member expects her to be the chair of the Federal Reserve before very long. Be careful of what one wishes for. The Dr. John E. Yarnell Mathematics Prize is given to the outstanding mathematics major. This year's award goes to two recipients, Teal Burnett, and Kenny Jarnigan. A dedicated track team member, Teal has the rare quality of excellent mathematical instincts. She can see mathematical truths even when she can't tell you why they are true. She is considering a career in pharmacy. Kenny, who is not with us today, has his hands full with completing a double major in mathematics and computer science, tutoring at the Glazer Center and the Computer Science Lab, and numerous other leadership roles. And yet each month his faculty members get an email from him with a new career choice he wants to explore. The most recent being graduate work in artificial intelligence. The Ned Guthrie Chemistry Award is given to the chemistry major who has made the most significant contribution to the college in the current academic year. This year's award goes to Elena Feely. Elena, who is not with us, is from Colchester, Vermont, is an excellent student and a huge asset to the chemistry department, whether working in the stockroom, performing weekly tests of eye wash and emergency showers in all of the labs, or just mopping up after her other less neat peers. When not in class or labs, Elena is on the courts as a 4-year member of the women's tennis team, Last summer, she was selected for a highly competitive internship with Eli Lilly and Company's Animal Care Division, Elanco. Her hard work and dedication has led to a chemist position at Environmental Laboratories Incorporated in Madison. The Keith and Gwen White Award for Graduate Study in Chemistry is given to an outstanding student of chemistry intending to pursue graduate student study in the field or planning to enter medical school. This year's award goes to Taylor Lineberry. Taylor from Monroeville, Indiana, has proven to be an exemplary student and contributed good service to the department as a dedicated study group leader. She has taken steps to further her career in chemistry through summer research here on campus and intends to pursue a PhD in chemistry at The Ohio State University. The Richard R. Conklin Award in Physics goes to Andrew Knecht. Andrew, a sophomore student from Lebanon, Indiana, is described by the departmental faculty as a highly motivated individual who is already beginning to excel in the physics major. His future hope is to become an astrophysicist. The Phyllis J. Fleming Prize for Distinction in Physics was established in recognition of Dr. Fleming's lifelong interest in and dedication to the discipline. She graduated magna cum laude in physics from Hanover College in 1946, a year in which she was one of only 20 women in the United States to earn that degree. This year's award goes to Saqib Haq. The departmental faculty consider Saqib to be one of the best physics majors of the last 15 years. When he leaves Hanover, he will pursue a PhD in computer science with an emphasis on machine learning and artificial intelligence at Notre Dame. And he will also still be a leprechaun. The Darrell L. Steinert Award in Physics goes to two recipients this year, Oliver Hollert and Marissa Childs. They are the top performing students in engineering courses so far, where they are both pursuing interest in the demanding field of engineering physics. They will be the first two engineering graduates in the college's new engineering program. The George A. and Sarah O. Zirkle Award in Psychology is given to the outstanding senior student of psychology as determined by the department. This year's award goes to Elizabeth Nellis. Elizabeth is a senior psychology major whose thesis examines the effect of spoken accent on the activation of listeners' stereotypes regarding nationality. After navigating both the pre-med track and a psychology major, Elizabeth is currently weighing career options in biomedical research and public health policy. The Distinguished Award in Psychology goes to Mallory Fogus. Mallory is an excellent student who always provides insight and energy in every class she is in. She is interested in neuroscience and hopes to continue in this field. Her senior thesis is an examination of the accuracy of diagnoses of neurological language disorders, known as aphasias, as seen in both clinicians' diagnoses and diagnostic tests. The A. Glenn Maurer Jr. Pre-Law Award is awarded to the senior intending to pursue the study of law who best exemplifies the qualities of integrity, sensitivity to the needs and concerns of individuals, commitment to public service, and intellectual capacity for the study and practice of law. This year's recipient is Natalie Williamson. Natalie has already been admitted in IUPUI's Masters of Social Work program, and she is awaiting word from the law schools where she has applied. In the words of her personal statement, she hopes to earn dual JD MSW degrees to better serve children because I can use my social work background to problem solve, think innovatively, and use networks to best represent children both in and outside of the courtroom. The Charles and Dorothy Lynn English Prize is given annually for the best paper submitted on any subject in connection with a regularly assigned work in any junior or senior course. Dr. Willis T. Gatch established this prize in the hope of stimulating English proficiency in all academic disciplines. Papers must be nominated by the faculty member to whom they were originally submitted. This year's Lynn Prize recipient is Alex Kitchell. A senior biology major from Indianapolis, Alex is recognized today for his essay, The Chompy Revolt in 1378, Socio-Political Constraints and Economic Demands of Workers in Renaissance Florence. The Eli Mace Essay Prize is awarded annually for the best essay submitted on any problem arising out of World War I. This year's award goes to a junior history major from Versailles, Kentucky, Will Werner Wilson. Will receives the award for his paper, The Looming Specter of Death, the Town of Madison and the Influenza Epidemic of 1918-1919. The Philip R. Taylor Award for Student Publishing is endowed by family and friends in honor and memory of the late Philip Taylor, a history major in the class of 2000. The award supports a Hanover student in the publication or presentation of a senior thesis project. Members of Philip's family are in attendance today as we present this year's award to Teresa Wren. Teresa, a junior biology major, has 3 manuscripts that will be ready for publication in various peer-reviewed journals in the coming months. In addition, she's already presented 2 studies at separate conferences. Next, we have the Dennis Covenor Award. Dennis Covenor, a 1976 Hanover graduate with a major in history, served as a college archivist and reference librarian from 1989 until his untimely death in 1997. The award named for him recognizes the junior or senior student who best exemplifies his love for the college and its history and traditions, his service on behalf of the college and the community, and his exemplary work ethic. This year's recipient of the Covenor Award is Colleen Beasley. her campus jobs, extracurricular activities, and academic choices, senior Colleen Beasley has served and continues to serve Hanover College and the community in so many ways that departments and organizations have come to count on her as the go-to, can-do person to keep things running. As a former student ambassador and now a senior intern for the Office of Admissions, she has worked with counselors and managers to coordinate on-campus group visits, presented to visiting groups, and traveled off-campus to promote Hanover at college fairs and booths. As a former first-year resident assistant of the year, and now as a hall director with responsibility for 5 residence buildings, she brings competence and resourcefulness to the student life staff. Her sustained service to theater, one of her majors, has been extraordinary, whether she's been serving as stage manager or coordinating Playfest for regional high school troops. And she's currently contributing a promotional video, a skill she had developed as a communication major, to the senior committee's efforts to create a renovated, more usable, more attractive point for future students. The Alpha Lambda Delta Award is given by Alpha Lambda Delta, a national honor society which honors academic excellence during a student's first year in college. Students who achieve a 3.5 grade point average during their freshman year are invited to join. Every year at Honors Convocation, the society also recognizes the senior member who has attained the highest grade point average within the membership. In honor of the founding member, Maria Leonard, National Alpha Lambda Delta this year presents its Senior Book Award for Sustained Academic Excellence to Elizabeth Nellis. Before I continue with additional student honors, I take great pleasure in announcing 2 awards for distinction among members of the Hanover College faculty. The Arthur and Eileen Bynum Award for Outstanding Teaching has been presented annually since 1969 to a member of the Hanover College faculty who best exemplifies the level of teaching and the commitment to students that characterizes this faculty as a whole. All full-time faculty members who have entered at least their 4th year at Hanover and who have not received the award in the previous 4 years are eligible. Each year, Student Senate selects 16 students who meet in February to nominate the 5 faculty members they consider most deserving of this recognition. Once selected, a ballot of 5 names is sent to the members of the 2 most recent graduating classes, and their votes determine the award. In my opening remarks today, I emphasize the collective contribution of faculty, staff, coaches, and others to the development of Hanover students over the course of their college careers. How little departments, disciplines, and majors matter is evident when students themselves recall the exemplary teaching they have met while pursuing an education in the liberal arts. As evidence of that claim, I quote from a student comment following the 2016 Bynum nominating process. While only 1 professor will receive the award this year, it should be noted that every professor is an excellent educator to at least 1 student here at Hanover. As became obvious by the diversity of the faculty nominated and the cross-departmental student advocates each nominee received. At what other school can a history major speak to the excellence of a math professor, or a Spanish major advocate for a chemistry professor? Before proceeding to the individual award, let me ask all Hanover College faculty here today to rise and be recognized. Today's Bynum recipient already has a portrait on display in the Duggan Library. That portrait first appeared near the library's circulation desk over a decade ago, when the 2007 Bynum Selection Committee recognized rare and, as it has proved to be, enduring talent in a relatively young member of the Hanover College faculty. That portrait then hung around, so to speak, on the library's second floor until the 2012 Bynum Selection Committee recalled it to the first floor to recognize an individual described as, quote, an exemplary character of a professional educator who engages with students, even reluctant students, even students who professedly hate a course, and who does so with untiring commitment. The professor does so, not the hating student, who does so with untiring commitment, unfailing wit, and with endless effort. Today, or tomorrow perhaps, this well-traveled, well-displayed portrait will again resume a familiar place by the circulation desk to honor one who remains exemplary for his eagerness to teach, his unmatched enthusiasm in the classroom, his ability to captivate his students, and his still untiring commitment to help and support all of his students. And if only to differentiate the current selection committee from its predecessors, one committee member asked me to emphasize as an especially notable achievement the not insignificant fact that this year's recipient married well. Please join me today in recognizing for the third time the recipient of the Arthur and Eileen Bynum Award, Darren Rubino, Professor of Biology. See him on another day and congratulate him. I am now pleased to recognize a Hanover College faculty member for excellence in scholarly or creative activities. The first such award went in 2011 to Professor Darrell Carnes, a 23-year member of the biology department who is known regionally, nationally, and internationally for a lifetime of field work that frequently included Hanover students. In the aftermath of his untimely death, soon after receiving the generically named award, the Hanover College faculty unanimously recommended that this newly created award be renamed the Darrell R. Carnes Award for Scholarly and Creative Activities. The Carnes Award goes to a faculty member demonstrating the sustained habit of significant contributions to one's field or discipline, as evidenced by such distinctions as peer-reviewed scholarship, conference presentations, juried artistic exhibitions, or public performances. Selections begin with nominations by one's colleagues, followed by a review and ranking of candidates by academic deans at fellow liberal arts institutions. 6 faculty members were considered this year, and, as is always the case, the designation of a single honoree from talented faculty members across divisions of the college is a difficult, perhaps artificial, but nonetheless a necessary act of distinction. Thereby, we have a single annual honoree. The 2018 recipient of the Carnes Award joined the Hanover faculty in 1999, and in the subsequent 2 decades has risen to the rank of professor, has ably chaired a department, has taught more than a dozen heavily enrolled courses in more or less regular rotation, and has provided significant service to the department and to the college. Admits, even despite these duties and responsibilities, this colleague has served as a manuscript reader for some of the most prestigious journals in a crowded field of study. The colleague has likewise made significant original contributions to that field or fields through a regular stream of meticulously researched and carefully argued notes, articles, chapters for books, translations, editions, and books that frequently revisit a fundamental theme: how poets simultaneously embrace and reject tradition. All serious work in the field requires extraordinary linguistic skills, and this colleague speaks 4 languages and reads 4 others. All of those languages provide their own terms for that which is excellent, distinguished, prominent, and eminent. But I settle for the Old English adjective, onlich, to characterize the excellent scholarly work of the 2018 recipient of the Carnes Award, Professor of English Paul Battles. And I will now invite Dr. DeJuan Lee, Vice President of Student Life, to come to the podium to introduce to us some very important remaining student awards.
It is an honor for me to present the John Finley Crowe and Henry Long Citations for Excellence, along with Dr. Steve Jobe. But before we make the presentations, I'd like to quickly share information about the awards and the selection process. The Henry Long Citation for Scholarship and General Excellence was first awarded in 1947 at the very first Honors Convocation, when Long College for Women became an integral part of Hanover College. In 1978, 31 years after its founding, Long College for Women officially merged with Hanover College. The former Women's College is recalled annually with the awarding of the Long Citation presented to the outstanding graduating senior woman, judged on scholarship, leadership, character, world-mindedness, social skills, understanding, and the general quality of campus citizenship. The John Finley Crowe Citation for Scholarship and General Excellence was established by vote of the faculty in 1955. Named for the college's founder, the citation recognizes the outstanding graduating senior man on the basis of excellence in the areas of character, scholarship, leadership, and social responsibility. As such, it honors an individual deemed to be exemplary across the full range of characters, habits, and actions that are valued by the college. As part of the selection process, each year, the senior committee identifies an initial list of about 50 nominees. The list is then shared with their faculty for their individual input on each of the nominees. The final list is submitted as a ballot to the faculty, and from that ballot emerges 3 men and 3 women from the senior class receiving the highest number of votes. The president, academic dean, and dean of student life then select the recipient of these 2 awards from these nominees. I will present the Henry C. Long Citation, and Dr. Jobe will follow with the John Finley Crowe. This year's recipient of the Henry C. Long Citation for Scholarship and General Excellence, presented based on scholarship, leadership, character, world-mindedness, social skills and understanding, and the general quality of campus citizenship, is Kara Hoskins. Is a communications major and business scholar. Kara has been very active on campus and has fully embodied the characteristics of the Henry C. Long Citation. Kara has served as a student hall director, president of the Student Broadcasting Association, president of Alpha Lambda Delta Honor Society. She's been a lab assistant in the communications department and lead tutor tutor in the Gladish Learning Center. In addition to her leadership activities here on campus, Kara has served as a marketing intern for Ronald McDonald House Charities, video production for Mad About Madison's Stellar Madison Initiation, and conducted social media planning and development and implementation for the Madison Ulster Project. Again, 2018 Henry C. Long Citation recipient, Kara Michelle Hoskins.
Thank you, Dr. Lee, for that introduction to these very important awards. The John Finley Crowe Citation for Scholarship and General Excellence was established by vote of the faculty in 1955. Named for the college's founder, the citation recognizes the outstanding graduating senior man on the basis of criteria that you've heard before, the areas of character, scholarship, leadership, and social responsibility. As such, it honors an individual deemed to be exemplary across the full range of characteristics, habits, and actions that are valued by the college, which is to say, valued by all in this room. That honor is bestowed publicly and prominently for today and for future days, as is fitting for the truly exemplary. No one would question the academic excellence, the leadership ability, and the oratorical skills of this year's recipient of the John Finley Crowe Citation. He is a communication and international studies major who has lived on the dean's list for every term since first arriving at Hanover. He's excelled in the classroom, even as his modes of campus engagement have grown in number, in variety, and responsibility with every year. They are so many and so diverse that there's no efficient way to acknowledge them other than by simply listing them. He has been a peer advisor, a first-year and sophomore senator, an executive board member of the Activities Budget Committee, student senate president, student ambassador for international recruitment, and until recently, student representative to the college's Board of Trustees. His service to others has included groups both on and off campus. He's been vice president of the Catholic Student Organization, a participant with the Panther Packs program, benefiting local school children, a volunteer at local food organizations and shelters. He has been co-creator and implementer of the Do What You Love campaign, encouraging students to eschew gender norms and pursue the majors they are passionate about. And he has been a convener and coordinator of virtually every aspect: fundraising, advertising, promotion, creative consultation, and chief cheerleader for the 2017 Unity Fest to celebrate diversity on campus. To the best of my knowledge, he has not driven the shuttle to Walmart, but I may be wrong, and there's still time. When you listen to the summary and only partial list of achievements, always advocating for the needs, rights, and dignity of others, you will understand why his mother, who cannot be with us today, describes her son as, quote, a beacon of hope and goodwill. We are indeed pleased and proud to recognize today Emmanuel C. Umoran. I invite President Lambert to the podium to award the Algernon Sidney Sullivan and the Mary Mildred Sullivan Awards.
Algernon Sidney Sullivan was born and raised in nearby Madison, attended Hanover College as a student, married Mary Mildred Sullivan, and went on to a distinguished career as an attorney in New York City. Today, the international law firm of Sullivan and Cromwell still bears his name. Upon his death in 1887, Algernon Sidney Sullivan was so well regarded for his character and service to others that the courts of New York adjourned for the day in his honor. After his death, a group of friends and admirers created the Sullivan Foundation to honor both Algernon Sidney and Mary Mildred Sullivan. The foundation formed a network of colleges and universities that support service learning, social entrepreneurship, and community engagement, offering workshops and other programs, and allowing each of those schools to identify one male and one female student who best embodies the spirit, character, and service of the Sullivans. Hanover College was recently added to the Sullivan Foundation Network, and we have the honor of presenting Sullivan Awards for the second time this year. These students join an incredible group of award recipients, including First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt, television icon Fred Rogers, Supreme Court Justice Lewis Powell. And for 2018, I am pleased to present the Sullivan Awards. The Mary Mildred Sullivan Award is presented to Tanisha Little. Tanisha's passion for justice, her community focus, wherever she is, Tanisha deeply desires to give back to the community around her, as evident in her work with creating a food pantry on campus available to all students. This has included dry goods and personal products and was carefully researched for the purpose of best meeting the needs of Hanover students. Tanisha has also noted that upon graduation, she would like to return to her home in D.C. for the purpose of serving her community. If I can't do this, I can't serve anywhere, she says. With kindness and compassion, Tanisha has been a light to all around her, serving the Black Student Union, Community Stewardship Initiative, and varying organizations on campus. The welfare of her neighbors is important for her, and the campus has been blessed with her presence and action. The Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award is presented to Joshua Hill. Whether Josh is writing a paper on Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, guiding first-year students on their journey into college life, or organizing a campus event, he will always immerse himself in the task at hand. His commitment to making a difference in our community is genuine and passionate. His love of literature is profound and inspiring. His engagement with others is thoughtful and open. It is hard to imagine a better and more suitable candidate for the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award. Please stand now and join me in the singing of the Alma Mater.
Hall.